Okay, so you will be able to see the screen also.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. No.
So what we are doing here is there are sentences like this. You see the sentence, Carlos will have gotten up before dawn, right? This is in the future perfect. You have to make this into the past, into the present perfect, into past perfect, all these forms. Okay, that's the exercise that we are doing right now. So I was asking past perfect continuous. Can you change this into past perfect continuous form? Carlos had been getting up before dawn. What is the meaning of this sentence? Carlos had been getting up before dawn. Had been a had been getting up, but since we are talking about had, what changes? You're telling me the present form, right? It started in the past and it's still continuing. That's present perfect. What is this past perfect then? I said Carlos. What is my sentence? Carlos had been getting up before dawn. I said had, right? Or you guys said had, right? Yes. So what does this had show us? Of course, the action started in the past. Or camera. It ended also in the past. So when you say Carlos had been getting up before dawn, what do you mean by that? In the past, an action began. That is what Carlos started to get up early in the get up before dawn. This action started. This action got over also in the past itself. Carlos, today, does Carlos get up before dawn? ഉറപ്പ് പറയാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല. ചിലപ്പോ no. Most probably no. Right? Understood? So let's start with what is past perfect. I think that is where we stopped the last class. Yes or no? Yes? Okay. So let's start with past perfect. Right now, just now, we saw an example where we changed something into past perfect. And we understood that past perfect is used when an action has began in the past and has ended in the past. Okay? In the last class, we had learned present perfect. Action had began in the past but was somehow still continuing. Today we are learning that action began in the past and it ended in the past. That's called past perfect. There is only one word or conjugation, as they say, to describe this, and that is had, H-A-D. Present perfect had two conjugations, has, have. Here what do we have? Just one thing, had. Okay. Look at the examples. To work became had worked. What do you think this worked is? Past form or a student who was not there in the class actually gave me an answer. The students who were in the class, presently then there no. But present perfectly this worked and all. What was it? Has worked.
Has worked.
Worked എന്താണ്? Past tense ആണോ? Participle
No,
ആണോ?
past participle.
Yes, it was a participle. അത് മറന്നു പോവല്ലേ? Okay, don't forget it. It was a participle form. So had worked. Worked is a participle form here. It is not showing you the past. What is showing you the past then? Had is showing you the past. Had is also showing you one more thing. What is it? that it is in the perfect tense. Had is showing you one more thing. What is it?
Habitual.
Is it? So, yeah, tell me. Repeat. Hamida, repeat.
Habitual form.
No. Uh, acha, in present perfect, you had has and have. You remember? We had something called has and
Yes.
have, right? In present perfect.
Have. Yes.
Why were there two of them? Singular and plural. Now, this
Plural or
had,
singular.
does it show you singular or plural? Okay. Yeah. So my question was wrong. It does not show that. Okay. So had does not show this. Okay. So what does it show? One, it shows that it is in the perfect tense. Okay. What do you mean by that? Action began in the past, ended in the past. Second thing, what do we understand? That of course this is in the past. So past perfect. Now is it singular or plural? We have to look into few other things and understand that through. We have, yeah. I have, yes. I singular ആണ്, but I is I യുടെ കൂടെ what is the general verb that you use? Am. I is എന്ന് പറയാറുണ്ടോ നീ? അല്ല. I special ആണ്. I separate ആണ്. Okay. I are, I is അങ്ങനെ പറയാറുണ്ടോ? ഇല്ല. Right? പക്ഷെ I was പറയാറുണ്ടോ? Is പറയാറില്ല, was പറയാറുണ്ട്. അല്ലേ? Funny, right? Let's not go there. You'll get more confused. Okay. You don't have to learn English as a laureate, right? You don't have to become a master there, right? So I'm not taking you there, അറിഞ്ഞിട്ട്, because it will just കുറച്ച് ഫ്യൂസ് പോകത്തില്ല അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഒന്നും മനസ്സിലാവില്ല അങ്ങനെ. So let's not go that deep. Okay. I and generally I am not concentrating on I is because in IELTS how many times will you write a sentence with I? Only once, right? When you're writing your opinion. Other than that, will you ever write a sentence with I? No. So that's why I'm not concentrating there. Okay. What am I concentrating on? The passive voice structure. Okay. Writing in a third person's voice. Okay. Writing as if something has happened here and you're writing, presenting it. That is what is required. So that is what we are learning. Adine in the end, present perfect, past perfect വേണം അല്ലേ? ഒരു കാര്യം തുടങ്ങി കഴിഞ്ഞു, ഒരു കാര്യം തുടങ്ങി ഇപ്പോഴും കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. To show all of those emotions, we need perfect tense. That's why we are concentrating so much on perfect simple, perfect continuous, past perfect, present perfect. ठीक है? चलो. So these are the examples. So had worked. We just looked into that. Another one. This is what had been working will be which form? Give me the full name. Past.
Present perfect, continuous.
Continuous.
Past perfect, continuous.
Very good. Past perfect, continuous. Okay. All three are like that. Right? By looking at the word spoken, you can understand that. Yes, worked, carried. They are not the past forms. They are the participle forms. The past participle form. Okay. Chalo, did you know participle? They are in two forms. One is past participle and one is present. Okay. Past participle is always like this: spoken, driven, carried, worked, all these words. There is a present participle usage that is done with the verb and ing format. മനസ്സിലായ? എന്താ മനസ്സിലായ? What did you understand? There is a participle form. There are two forms of participle. Till now, I have been only talking about one form of participle, that is the past participle. You guys are all very familiar with it. Through these 4-5 days of classes, we have been very familiar with it, right? Let me now introduce another form of participle. Okay. Nothing is written on the book, on the screen. You have to listen, okay? There is another form of participle. That participle comes with ing format. Okay. Slowly I'll introduce that participle for you. For the moment, just understand that this working is actually that participle, is not your continuous form that you understood it to be. Okay. But idu mottathil had been working in the past perfect continuous form. Till now you understood that this working, this word was the verb plus ing, the continuous form. Allah. It is also a participle. Which participle? Continuous participle. Okay. The in progress participle form. That is what it is. Okay. It is not the continuous form. It is the in progress participle there. Okay. That understanding avade veno. But usually, how will you see it? It will always have ing. That's it, right? Usage and then a verb plus ing. Verb plus ing. Before that, what should I see? The word been. Had been. Okay. That's all. So, questions. We do not have to look into questions. Look into negations. How do you negate? After had, you will put the not. Just like the way you did it in present perfect. Okay, you put it not. Okay, now just to understand this, just to go a little bit deeper and make things clear. He is driving. Negate this sentence. He is driving. He is not driving. Where did you put not after the verb? Is. Here, where did you put not after the verb? Had. Right? Don't you think we should put all these verbs in one family? This had, have, has, is, was, are, am. All these can be put into one family. Right? In fact, you know what? You had learnt about that family. Be family, yes. Very good. Be family. But had and have, I would not put them in the be family. Had, have, has. There were two forms of verbs that we understood. Finite and infinite. Right? Infinitives. Is, was, has, have, had. Which type of verbs are they? Are these? Finite. But not every day. Finite verb. Kainetana. Not every. Okay. Whenever you want to negate something in your sentence, where will you put not? After the finite verb. Okay. Let's do one exercise. Sentences are in present perfect. You have to make them into past perfect. We will make them into past perfect simple and also past perfect continuous. Okay, two forms. Julio has written him a few letters. Julio had written him a few letters. Make it into continuous. Had been writing him a few letters. I have been writing a novel. I had been writing a novel. Make it into simple. Written a novel. Very good. She has cut her finger. She had cut her finger. She had been cutting her finger. The girls have stayed home again. Had continuous now. Clear? Past. Two forms of past. Past simple and past continuous. Okay? Okay, good. rewrite the present tense sentences in the past perfect tense. Same exercise, right? The woman takes the, now this is not in the perfect tense, okay? This is in the simple tense. The woman takes the girl home. Make it into perfect. The woman had taken the girl home. Okay. Take the participle form in the taken. Past participle form is taken. Continuous participle will be taking. Right. So continuous आगे the woman taking the girl home. We ride on a train. We had ridden on a train. We had ridden on a train. We had been riding on a train. I always speak Spanish. I had always spoken Spanish. I had understood. Very good. Why did things change slightly here? Because of which word? Always. Okay. There were some words like this we had discussed. What is always describing? Which word is it describing? Eplum samsarikki. Kinne. Always speak. It's describing the speaking, right? The action. So what is it? It's acting like a adverb. We had discussed adverb, right? Good. So if you don't remember, you can go back, look back in the previous classes and you'll get a hang of it. Chalo, moving on. Rebecca does not remember. Rebecca hurry, why don't you try? Rebecca does not remember. Rebecca had no what did he say? Or kya? Say it loud. Rebecca had not remembered. Why? Why is this correct? What made you what confused you? Do you know the word which confused you? Does. Does is which form? The third form, right? The emphatic form, right? Emphasize cheythu parayane. Do you speak English? What will you reply? I do speak English. Or will you just say I speak English? You will say I do speak English. That is emphasizing something, right? That's the third form of the language, the emphatic form. Emphatic form, sorry. Okay, so here that emphatic form is being used, does. First thing you need to do is to remove that emphasis. So Rebecca, what is the simple sentence? Rebecca had not remembered. Okay, remember will become remembered. Continuous. Rebecca had not been remembering. Okay, if you want, you can add one more verb there. Had not been able to remember. Angname change cheyam. Okay, instead of putting the word remembering, you just added one more verb there. Had not been able to remember. Okay, but yes, the tense changes slightly. Chalo. I am going to the movies. Change this. I had been going to the movies. This going to or go to. What is that? Which type of verb is that? Infinitive. to go, right? Yes, all those are infinitives. Okay. Cindy teaches us English. Cindy, simple past varne. Taught us English. Past perfect continuous. Cindy had been teaching us English. Very good. So I hope all of you are very thorough with these tenses now, right? Something that was not very thorough in the last, what, 18, 20 years of our life. I think that is now very clear. Okay. Whenever you get into a doubt on these tenses, all that you need to do is spend some time and go through these few days of classes. Possibly just the last 2 days of class, day 3 and day 4, and possibly half of day 5. And you'll be thorough. You'll again be clear with your tenses. Whenever you do some kind of reading, try and understand what the paragraph is being written as. If the paragraph is written in the past form, if it is written in the present form, how is the paragraph written? Okay, try and get that understanding as well. In fact, let's deviate from here for a moment and let us actually open up a book. Now, this is IELTS training. So, of course, we'll be talking about few elements from IELTS test. So, this is a reading passage for academic candidates. General candidates also get a reading passage. That is one reading passage you'll get. But academic candidates get how many? 3 reading passages. 3, yes, 3 reading passages. So, I've just pulled up one reading passage, and this passage is about what? The growth of bike sharing schemes around the world. This is from Cambridge Book 14. I think this is Cambridge Book 14 Academic. I'm not very sure. Could be a general. Don't care much. But look at the passage. What is it talking about? Bike sharing schemes and its growth. Okay. So let's look at the first paragraph. The original idea for an urban bike sharing scheme dates back to a summer's day in Amsterdam in 1965. Which tense is it? Which tense is this sentence written in? We just learned about tenses, right?
Press.
Yes. Tell me.
Present continuous.
Which one?
Present continuous.
Present continuous. Not completely correct. Present, but not continuous. Others, can you answer? She has given you half of the answer. Present, Anna. Yes, present. But which form? Don't just guess. Some of you said perfect. How can it be perfect? Do you see has, have, had?
Simple present.
Simple present. Simple present. Which tense is it in? How do you know that it is in simple present? Which verb told you that it is in simple present? Dates. 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 Adinte munne kaanunna ellam endane? What is all of that which is written before the word dates? The original idea for an urban bike sharing scheme. What is that?
Subject.
Subject. Subject is not just Ram. Verb is not just killed. An object is not just Ravan. We are not talking about sentences where Ram killed Ravan. No. We have made the subject into this much. See, all this. The original idea for an urban bike sharing scheme, that is now the subject. What does it do? Dates back. What does it do? It dates back to a summer's day in Amsterdam in 1965. Do you understand English now in the real sense? Or are we just joining words and trying to dates, summer day, Amsterdam, 1965, original idea, urban bike sharing? Did we understand it like that, or did we understand it in the real sense of English by knowing what is what? Right? This understanding is what I want you guys to come to, is what you should have. Okay? Yes. Can we also look at the next sentence? Provo, the organization that came up with the idea, was a group of Dutch activists who wanted to change society. Past. Which past? Simple past. How do you know simple past? Was. The organization that came up with the idea. Provo, the organization that came up with the idea. Random same alle. Random subject alle. Right. If I tell you Ruben, the tall, dark, handsome boy. Both are referring to Ruben, was absent today. Right? Here, just like that, Provo ne describe the organization that comes up with the idea, that came up with the idea. Provo ne describe Ruben ne describe right? Didn't we describe Provo the way I described Ruben? Right? Yes. So that whole thing becomes a subject. That was a group of Dutch activists. Okay, that's how they are. Who wanted to change society. So first sentence was simple present. Second sentence became simple past. Let's see what happens to the third sentence. They believed the scheme, which was known as the Witte-Feetsen plan, was an answer to the perceived threats of air pollution and consumerism. Which tense was simple past, right? Yes. So what are you now concentrating on? You're actually reading now. What you're doing with me is called reading. Reading with grammar. By understanding when this thing actually happened. So you know all of this is in the past. Continue reading. In the center of Amsterdam, they painted a small number of used bikes white. They also distributed, what did they do? Distributed. What does it mean? It is in the past. Leaflets describing the dangers of cars and inviting people to use. And inviting people. Did they change the tense? Look at the sentence again. In fact, go back one sentence. In the center of Amsterdam, they painted a small number of used bikes white. Okay? Painted. That is a verb. So it's in the past. Clear? This is in the simple past. Let's come to the next sentence. They also distributed leaflets. Past. What did they do? Distribute what? Leaflets. Can you imagine once you're standing in Amsterdam, the junction, Amsterdam somewhere in that junction, and you're distributing. What are you distributing? Pamphlets. Okay. Describing what? Dangers of cars and inviting people to use the white bikes. Why would the author simply just move on to this continuous tense, inviting people? Shouldn't he have written as invited people to use the white bikes? Shouldn't he have kept the tense consistent there? Right? Don't you feel so now? Yes or no? All of you are showing me a very
Yes.
blank
Yes.
face. So,
Yes.
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 He should have done that, right? You should have also done that. What we are seeing here is, I will not say an error, but a lack of comprehension or a lack of understanding of grammar by whoever wrote this. This is called creative writing. What is this called? Creative writing, the one that you see all over social media. You write like this, you will not reach 7. Till date, you guys, all of you have been writing out creative writing. And that is why you do not reach 7. What do you need to learn? Academic writing. Where are you going? To Canada to do what? To study or work, right? Both cases you will need what? Academic writing. In that, grammar has a very important role. You cannot just simply change tenses just like that whenever you feel like. You have to follow certain rules. So what will be the correct verb here? Invited people to use the white bikes. Okay? Now, since this action happened in the past and this action ended in the past, don't you think we should use the perfect past? Don't you think we should use had? Change this sentence into had now. They had also distributed leaflets describing the dangers of cars and invited people to use the white bikes. Understood? That is the most corrected form of the sentence. That is what should have come here. The perfect past. Why? Because we understood that here some action happened in the past, it got over in the past. We are talking about that action. Okay. So generally when you guys tell me about examples and all, this was an example, right? Something that he described from the past, right? Which tense did he use? Examples, Edumbo, which tense do you need to use? Past perfect. Smart people will note this down. Stupid people will just listen to this. Chalo.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Can you repeat?
What did I say?
Hear.
Okay, one second. What did I say? You guys tell me.
Last.
Whenever you're writing examples in IELTS essays, try and use past perfect tense. Simple past perfect tense. Whenever you're writing examples, please try to use simple past perfect tense. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Then last line, the bikes were then left unlocked, ed, left past, right? Left unlocked at various locations around the city to be used by anyone in need of transport. Past right? Generally, whenever writing is done, you will mostly use either the present tense, which is very less, very scarce. I would say the usage is very scarce. I would say 60% of the usage will be with past tense when you are doing writing. Specifically, I'm talking about IELTS writing. Okay, so be very thorough with your past tense. Past and present, be very thorough with it. Okay, that's why I wanted to just go through this one paragraph just to give an understanding of this. Okay. So now, can I move to the next tense? That is the future tense. Okay. Now, future tense will be very sparsely, very limited usage. Is what you'll come across when we talk about this future tense. Okay. Very limited, and let's learn how to do this now. Now, when you want to write something in the future tense, what you can actually do is you can use the present tense to show it. Okay. You can use the present tense in the continuous form with some particular word to show a future tense. What did I say? You can use the present tense with the continuous form with some word, some particular word to show the future tense. For example, on the note. Look at this example, these two words, these two sentences. Ray is going to school today. Which tense? Present tense. Ray is going to school tomorrow. Which tense? Which word told you future tense? Tomorrow. Certain words will change the whole sentence meaning from present or past to future. These words are so powerful, right? Tomorrow, everything changes, right? If I just add the word tomorrow, there are many words like that. Okay. Sorry. Okay. How do I go up? One second. Let me just adjust the zoom. Okay. All of you can read? Yes. Okay. So, another way of doing this is by using the word shall or will. Okay. You guys all would have been very familiar with the word will. Okay. So, I will be coming tomorrow. I will be going to the dentist tomorrow. I will be going to school tomorrow. Right? I shall meet you tomorrow. We shall have this class. We shall continue this class tomorrow. Like that, we use the words will and shall quite often to use the future tense, to show the future tense. Okay? So let's look at the two forms, that is the habitual form and the in progress form. I shall speak. That will become I shall be speaking in the conference tomorrow. Okay? Another way of saying that will be I will be speaking in the conference tomorrow. Okay? Two ways you understood that this sentence is in the future. Will be speaking, that showed you. Tomorrow, that also showed you. Okay? Okay. That is in the first person. What did we use? I. Second person, that is you. You will speak, or you will try here, or you shall try, you shall speak, right? That is in the which form? Habitual form. Continuous, you will be trying, speaking, whatever. Okay? Now come to the third person. He, she, it. What changes? You will try, you will speak. He will speak, she will speak. Any change? No change. Come to the third person. Will be making, will be speaking. He will be speaking, she will be speaking. It will be doing. Any change? Any change from the past, from the ones that we discussed earlier? No, right? But is this the case with the third person? Usually is the third person like this? It always used to show a change, right? In the past form, it showed some change. In the present also, it showed changes. But in the future, does it show any change? No. Okay. Future tense is like those inert gas and all. In chemistry, you have studied inert gases, argon, neon, right? Little bit of science. If you remember from class 9th and 10th, you guys have all studied about argon, neon, and such inert gases. Gases which do not, what do you mean by inert? Less alert, do not react, right? Gases which do not react at all, right? This future tense is like that. Does not react much, does not change much. Angane avade thanne angane kedukkum. Will be doing, or will do. Those are the two forms. It will remain like that. Okay. Now, he, she, it. That's the third person. Then we. We is which person? First person plural. I, we. Elect. Yes. First person plural. We. Did anything change? We shall speak. We shall read. We shall try. We shall make. We will make. We will try. We will speak. Right? We shall be reading. We will be reading. We will be blah 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 blah. No change, right? They. Second person plural. You. They. Plural. They. Okay. Plural of this you. They will work. They will be working. They will speak. They will be speaking. No change, right? Did you see any change anywhere? No, right? So I could have just said no change anywhere, right? Yes. Chalo. I don't know, something has changed. I'm not able to scroll. Can I do like this? Where do you put the not after the word will, shall, all these words? Okay, you shall not speak. You will not speak. Okay, shall is more polite. You will see most English people or old English people using this word shall. Okay, the modern language has very limited usage of shall. People do not use it, but I would still say that it is very polite. Shall is more polite than will. Okay, and when you talk about writing, let's say a formal letter to your, let's say to somebody who is a very reputed person, I will try to use this word shall than will. Okay, so that is the future this thing. Chalo, let's do some exercise. Second one. First one. The girls play soccer. The girls will play soccer. Continuous tense will be playing soccer. I am learning to drive. I will learn to drive. I will learn to drive. That is simple. Continuous. I will be learning to drive. Okay. Yeah. I do this thinking that it will scroll down, but I don't know. It won't scroll down. I'm not using a Mac. I'm using a Windows. Okay. We are not home on time. We will not be home on time. We will not be home on time. be avade idandi varum. Okay, future tense, this is one thing that you need to understand. Sometimes this word be has to come. Why? You have to show your existence there. You have to show that you will not exist or be there in time. Right? Be is acting like that to show that existence there. Okay? So we will not be home on time. Okay. And this be is actually replacing this verb are. Okay. R is that be family, right? That changes into the base form be, because R the job R is cheyunu. Who is doing R's job? Will. Who is doing R's job? Will. R undo ipo illa. So R de pagaram nammal endha itte will. Okay. So now because R is not there, R is also not just showing you a tense. R is also showing you existence. Is the bolale? We are alive. We are here. Existence കാണിക്കുന്നല്ല. ആ existence ഇനി കാണിക്കണ്ടേ? R എടുത്ത് കളയുമ്പോ ആ existence മാറി കഴിഞ്ഞല്ലോ. That you are existing, your state is being removed. So you have to bring it back, right? So will be. Understood how that be came into the sentence? R എടുത്ത് കളഞ്ഞപ്പോ existence കാണിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് you need to put that be. To show your existence, you have to show that, write that be. So be will be. Yeah. Okay. And because you are using not, this not will come between will be. We will not be. Okay. We will not be home on time. Trent is driving to Texas. Yes. Will be driving to Texas. That's continuous tense. Make it into simple. Will drive to Texas. She do this one 7th. She flies to London every year. She will fly to London every year. Okay, or she will be flying to London every year. The little boy loses his place. 9th one. The little boy will lose his place. That is the simple form, right? This sentence was in which form? Simple form, right? So when you guys changed it, you made it into will be losing. Continuous akile. Did you keep the tense consistent? You changed the tense, right? Simple na simple aaka. Okay, if you are having simple past, change it into simple future. Do not change it into continuous future. Keep the tenses consistent. Okay, so that is what I was talking about. The little boy will lose his place. Okay. Okay. Now there is, of course, a future perfect, right? Just like past perfect, present perfect, we also have a future perfect. The structure is will, have, and the past participle. Okay, so to work will become will have worked. Will have seen. Okay, that's the structure of a future perfect tense. Which future perfect tense are we talking about? Of course, there will be two, right? One will be future perfect, simple, habitual. One future perfect will be habitual. One future perfect will be continuous. The one that you are seeing right now is which one? Habitual. Adinte structure aanu ningal ipo kannunne. You're seeing the structure of the habitual future perfect or the simple future perfect. Will have plus the past participle. Will have verb. Clear? Now, of course, if there is a habitual form, there will of course be a continuous form or in progress form. Will have been working. Will have been working. Okay. Those are the two forms, habitual and continuous. By now, we have gone through these habitual and continuous forms so many times that I don't think I need to spend more time here. Can I just speed up? Eh? Look at the three persons: first person, second person, third person, plural, first person plural, second person plural, that table. Look at the table. Do you see any change? No change, right? Generally, where do you see the change? Where do you generally see a change here in this table? Third person, he, she, it. That is where you see the change, right? That is where things go different. But is this the case with future tense? No. That was the case in past and present, but not in the future tense, right? Okay, great. So that is also understood here. So moving on to the exercise. My father takes the girl to school. Future perfect. My father will have taken the girl to school. Don't worry. Tomorrow, when you come tomorrow, I'll give you this, all of these in one table. In fact, we did that, right? We have it, right, in the table. Yeah, we already have it in the table, right? That's what we looked in the beginning. Possibly, I'll give it to you in a printed format so that all of you can follow it with some more details in it. I'll write a blog on it, possibly. Okay, and I'll put it on the website. Okay, chalo. So, fine. This table that you have right now in your mind of what is the past, what is the future, what are the different combinations in present. So many combinations, right? This has to be very thorough. This has to be like tables. What is 4 3s are? 12. What is 7 8s are? That gap that you showed right now in answering. That is why you are weak in mathematics. This same gap is there in tenses, and that is why you are weak in speaking and writing. Understood? This gap has to be removed. How do you remove it? How did you learn tables when you were in school? You learned it. You learned it as if it is muscle memory. Do you know what is muscle memory? Something that you never forget. That is muscle memory. You have to make this your muscle memory. What is that? Will you ever forget swimming or cycling? Cycling. Let's talk about cycling, right? Will you ever forget how to cycle? No. Where is that memory? Where is it coded? It's coded in your spinal cord, not in your brain. Oblongata, what is that called? Medulla oblongata, right? In the brain. The small part of your brain and the back side of your brain, nurses would know, right? So, that part of the brain is what stores this information. That part of the brain learns only by experience. 10 times if I take your finger and burn it by touching it to a hot cup, your finger will die but not touch that cup ever again. How did it learn this? It learned it by muscle memory. Okay, like that your muscles learn how to cycle and how to balance your body. When you were a baby, you learned to balance and stand up. Your muscles have learned it. Your spinal cord and medulla oblongata learned it. It will never forget it, no matter what happens. Like that, you have to learn tenses because this is something that you use every day. You cannot start your brain and start processing information. It has to process without you even knowing. Okay, so there were some students in your classroom who used to know mathematical tables very clearly. 7 8 ആണ് പറഞ്ഞ blah 7 8 അപ്പോ പറയും without a thought. 9 6 huh? 54 36 ആരോ പറഞ്ഞല്ലോ എനിക്ക് കുറെ നമ്പേഴ്സ് ഞാൻ കേട്ടു. I heard a lot of numbers. This muscle memory is what I'm talking about. How does it come? It comes only and only by practice. Okay, how do you practice? How does your mind learn? By practicing. Your mind has to do something for 21 days. If you do something continuously for 21 days, your mind learns it. If you do not believe me, tomorrow morning, just set up an alarm for one particular time and follow that alarm for 21 days. 22nd day, your body will automatically get up without the alarm ringing. Your body will get up 5 minutes before the alarm rings. Do that and only then believe in this. Do your own research. So the point is, for a musician to learn a musical note, he has to at least do it in a cycle of 21 times. He has to at least sing 21 times or in multiples of 21. 21 into 7 times ayal paadi kaynya ayal ka paatinte correct idu varum. He'll become a master of that song. If he plays the flute 21 into 5 times or 7 times, no matter how much is it according to his brain, but it will always be in a multiple of 21. Okay, these things, they actually tell you these things in neuro-linguistic training, NLP training. Okay, that is a training where you understand what you are, and these big people, they actually go for such a training, like film stars and big businessmen and celebrities, lawyers, judges. Such people go for such training. That is where they are taught these techniques. Okay, these good habits of successful people. Okay, books okay le avadake idoke kana ingane tricks okay they would have mentioned, and it really works. So please do this practice of tenses for the next 21 days so that this becomes a muscle memory for you. Do it every day. At least practice 10 sentences. How you can practice is read any newspaper, any magazine, any article, and change the way we read that paragraph. We read one paragraph, right? You have to read that paragraph, just one paragraph, read it like that. Change each and every sentence into a different tense if you want to. Try and find out each and every sentence is written in which tense. Try and find out that the sentence, what is the subject? The subject will not be as simple as a word that is Ram. No. The subject will be 10 words. Try and understand these complexities by reading articles. In the morning when you guys come here, like today, I was a bit late. How do you spend your time? Sitting alone and reading, right? Will that ever do you any good? No. No point. Well, please have a seat. So will that work? Just reading. Ranjan oru pakshe vicharichu alochichittundav. Ranjan would have sometimes thought such a waste of time, right? Yes, the way you guys are reading is a waste of time. You're reading individually, you're reading alone, you're not participating with others. If you tell me what you have read, as a presentation or as a present it to your friend. Don't present it to me in the class. What I'm simply saying is discuss among your friends or the person who's sitting with you what you have read. Discuss that in English. If you do that, then it is beneficial. And you do not have to read articles and articles and articles. Read one paragraph, yaar. There are many things in one paragraph that you do not know. There will be I can find out 5 words in a paragraph that you would not know meanings of. Right? Adu padicha madiyilo in a day. Take small steps, but do take steps. Okay, I'm not asking you to take big 5, 6, 8 hours of study. No. English is learned by taking small steps. Nobody till date has learned English by taking big steps in a day. ഇന്ന് ഞാൻ 10 കാര്യങ്ങൾ പഠിച്ചു, അടുത്ത 5 ദിവസം ഒന്നും ചെയ്തില്ല, 10 കാര്യങ്ങൾ മറന്നു. You would have forgotten those 10 things that you would have learned. Okay, so learn English in small steps, and that is why I keep telling people learning English takes time. Give it that time. I have also given it that time. Please give it that time. If you are in a hurry to give the exam, you're just wasting your money, because you will not reach that 7 because you do not know language. Okay, so try and learn language by reading and discussing among yourselves whenever you get free time. Okay, that is something that I wanted to tell you guys. Chalo, do the 5th one. She does not understand. She does not understand will become he will not understand. Can we change it into a continuous form? She will not be understanding. Okay, she will not understand and she will not be understanding. Future simple and future continuous. Okay, okay, I am going to the same class. I will go to the same class. Continuous. I will be going to the same class. Perfect. Future perfect simple. Future. I will have to go to the same class. I will have to go to the same class. Future perfect simple. Future perfect continuous. I know the brain is boiling up, but let me give you a hint also. This one. Future perfect continuous. I will have been going. Where were we going? To the same class. I have a sentence that is Ram killed Ravan, right? That is my favorite sentence. All of you would have seen me using it again and again, right? People who have done writing and all. I have killed so many variations you guys would have seen of that sentence. Ram killed Ravan, right? Simple one, simple sentence, right? We will do something where Ram kills Ravan. Simple present, right? Ram had been killing Ravan. What tense is this? Now I will say the sentence. You guys have to tell me the tense.
Past
I will
perfect
write it down
continuous.
also so that it becomes easy for everyone. We have Excel open here. So let's just open one small Excel sheet and let's open this one. Okay, So let's start with, let me zoom it up. So let's start with the first one. Ram killed Ravan. Which tense is this? Past.
Simple past.
Which past?
Simple past.
Habitual. And then what? What else can you say? Is there any other information
Singular.
given? Is it singular? Is it plural? Is not mentioned by the verbs. You can say that by looking at the noun. That is Ram. If you look at Ram, I can say yes, there was one Ram and there was one Ravan, and that's what we can say. But is it showing something? Is the verb killed showing you anything like that? No. Okay. Does this become? Present. Which one? Which tense? Which form? Okay. Ram is killing Ravan. Which other form? Present habitual हो गया. Present progress हो गया. Okay. Let me add one more form here. Yes. I am trying to add which one? Past. Tell me the sentence. Past in progress. Ram. Ram was killing Ravan. So past, present, present. Right? Past habitual, past in progress. Present habitual, present in progress. Let's also do one more thing. Let's cut all of this and paste it here. Okay. Present and then past. Third form is future. Future habitual. Tell me future habitual of Ram. Ram will kill Ravan. ठीक है. Future in progress. Ram will be killing Ravan. ठीक है. So all these 6 guys are done, right? Now let's come to perfect. Okay, perfect. Let's not put it here. Let's put it here. Perfect. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm creating a matrix for you so that you understand where everything is. Okay. Okay. So perfect tense. Perfect. Let's take present habitual. Okay. Like that, we can take the rest also. All of them will have their own perfect forms. Okay. Now that it is coming in a table, things will be more clear for people. In perfect present, which word comes? As, right? Okay.
Ram has killed.
Ram has killed
Killed. Ravan.
Ravan. Present In progress. Ram has
been killing
Ravan. Past. Ram
had killed
killed Ravan. Ram
Ram had been killed
killing
Ravan.
Ravan. Ram will
Ram
have
will have killed
Ravan. Right. Correct അല്ലേ? Ram. Okay. Next. Ram will
have been killing
been future continuous. Future. Ram will kill Ravan. Ram will be killing Ravan. Habitual in progress. Then you discussed future habitual perfect. Ram will have. Here what form will be coming? What form will come? You have to put ing, right? So future which form? Have been killing Ravan. Ram will have been. You will not see this form in usage, and that's why you have this discomfort here right now. Okay, you have not seen this form in usage, right? Yes. ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു സിറ്റുവേഷൻ വരാൻ പോകുന്നില്ല, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇതിന്റെ ഒരു യൂസേജ് കാണാത്തത്. Okay. Okay. So let's come back to the book and reconfirm this. Correct? Ram will have been killing Ravan. Yeah, correct? Now, do you think the table is over? There is one more thing that needs to be added here. Give me plural. Many Rams. Does not make sense, but we are trying to understand grammar. Specifically, we are making singular into plural. Okay. So Rams. Instead of Rams, let's say gods. Gods. Gods have killed Ravan. Right? Here also we should have singular and a plural. present, in progress, perfect tense, and in the plural. So Ram will become, this is the singular form. We have already written in the singular form. We have to make it in the plural form. What will change? Has will become, and Ram will become, gods have. It is in the gods have been killing Ravan. Let's check. Is it in the present? Has. Is it in progress? Is it perfect? Is it plural? Yes? All are correct? Similarly, we should have this in past. So this will be which one? Ram had killed Ravan. Which past is it? Singular or plural? How will he change it into plural? Gods had. Did anything change? Just Ram changed. Right? Ram became gods. Right? Did the verb change? Had. No. So can I write it like this? Is it same for singular and plural? Right? Past tense is same for singular and plural. Okay. So here also we can write the same thing. So if we write something in past continuous, Ram had been killing Ravan. If you want to change it into plural, Ram will change to gods. Had anything? Will it show any change? Had? No. Gods had been killing Ravan. Okay. Okay. Now, do you have a singular and plural in your future tense? Did you see that? Did I teach you that? Did you see that? No, right? There was no mention of that. So gods will change it into plural. Instead of Ram, this sentence, instead of Ram, change it into gods. Gods will
Will have killed.
have killed Ravan.
Have killed.
Yes. So did we make any change in singular and plural? No. Right? So singular and plural remains like the way it is. This is your table of your tenses with an example, Ram, for all the tenses that you will come across. Is there anything that we missed? How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 tenses. Present, habitual. Present, in progress. Past, habitual. Past, in progress. Future, habitual. Future, in progress. 6. Then comes perfect tense. So let's first take the 6 perfect tense. Perfect, singular. Okay. Perfect, plural. Both are in the habitual form. Okay. Habitual form in the Mari. If you go to in progress, again you will see perfect, singular, and perfect, plural. But when you come to past habitual, that is had, do you see any change in singular, plural? No change. Do you see, when you go to past in progress, that is had with been. Do you see any change? No change. Singular, plural, same. Same as the case with future habitual and future in progress. Okay, this is the table. Now that we have the table, let me just singular plural उसको क्या कहते थे? There are a few more things which will add here. Change this to plural. Ram is killing Ravan to plural. Huh. Ram will become gods are killing Hidendaipu. What will change here? Sorry. Yes. What will happen here? Gods gods where did the S go? God. Which form is this? समझ आ गया? Now let's put everything in such a way that we are able to read all the information in one sheet, so that you guys can copy it also. So that's the heading, the yellow background, that's your heading, and this is how the table goes. Ram kills Ravan, present, simple form or habitual form. Is it perfect? No. Singular? Yes. You make it into plural, the S in the kills goes to gods, plural. Ram is killing Ravan will become gods are, is will become are. Okay. Subject will also have an S along with it. Okay. Okay. Similarly, can we do that with past? Right? What is past habitual singular? Same, right? Ram. If you want to add one plural to it, gods killed Ravan. What is that? Past habitual, right? Which form? Plural form. Okay. Past in progress. Which form is this? Ram was killing Ravan. Singular form. If I have to add a plural form, what will it become? Yes. Sorry. Gods were what? Killing Ravan. Past in progress, right? And which form? Plural form. Okay. Next. इसका बोलो plural. Gods will kill. Where any change to the verb? Where did we added the s in the subject? Huh? Huh. But others, give me this one also now, the last one. Okay. Gods will be killing Ravan. Which tense? Future in progress? Plural. But finally we have something, right? Let's say this, right? This is your table of all the tenses. Ranjan, correct your table, the one that you have made, correct it. I made this only for you so that you at least get that corrected one. Okay? Are all of these perfect? No. Now we have this thing. Okay. Note this down whenever you guys get time. Okay. I will also share this in the group. Can I just share it like this? Yeah, I think so. Yes. Good enough. So I shared this in the group. Please copy it, write it down whenever you are looking or reading something. Open this and change the verbs and sentences in that passage that you are reading using this document that you have. Okay? Clear? Can you do that for yourself? Improve your own language? You should do that. Okay? Okay. Very good. Wow. Nice. All right. So let me just have a quick look back. Okay. This is done. See, they have also done this. They have also done this, just that they have not done one thing extra. The last thing that we did, singular and plural. We did is, are, was, were, all those things, right? They have not done, shown you that. That's one thing that is missing here. So you can better use this thing. Okay. And these are few exercises. Let me see, where does this end? Then comes auxiliary verbs. What's the time? 2:30, right? When did we start? 12:30, right? Chalo. Let's close it here. It's been 2 hours. Let's not take it more than 2 hours. You guys will. So tomorrow, the first thing we will do is we will start with this exercise where we will Sig buys a car. Sig. Let's do the first one. Rest we will do tomorrow. Sig bought a car. Present perfect. Sig. Sig is a name. Present perfect. Present perfect has bought a car. Past perfect. Had bought a car. Future will buy a car. Future perfect will have bought a car. Will have bought a car. When I have had the good, always it is the past participle or the ing form. Okay. Will have bring will never be there. Will have bought or brought, whatever you want. Will have bring will never. Angandoru illa. Chalo, with that, let's close for today. Okay. We have learned future tense. We covered past tense. We learned future tense. We summarized all the tenses. Okay. Along with singular and plural. Okay. With this tenses, yeah, tomorrow we'll do this exercise, and with that tenses will get over, and we'll move on to the few other small topics which we will cover in just 2 days, and then we will move to sentence making, advanced sentence making classes. Okay. We will learn how to make advanced sentences. Okay. So 3 more days, I believe, for basic grammar. After that, very important classes for writing candidates. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you all. I'll meet tomorrow 11:30. Okay, not 12:30, 11:30.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.